Please help me welcome to the stage Principal Julie Barthel.
Good evening and welcome. I say it every year, this is really my favorite night. I get up here in a room filled with people who love Cathedral, and I get to talk about all the great things that happened over the last year. It's really not a hard assignment. So thank you for coming, welcome. It has been a great start to the year. I'm just gonna start by sharing all the great things that have happened since this dinner last year, and I'm gonna start with zeal. It's one of our favorite Holy Cross core values, and each year we ask the upcoming senior class to pick a core value they'd like to focus on. For the first time ever, this year's senior class picked zeal, to make God known, loved, and served. And we had some amazing things that happened last year with zeal. The first thing is Christmas on the Hill. For the Dayton graduates in the room, it's modeled after Christmas on campus, which many Dayton people say is their favorite thing that happens to them at Dayton. I think many people now at Cathedral say Christmas on the Hill. I see some people shaking their heads. I think many people would say Christmas on the Hill is now their favorite day. We invited 300 kindergarten through first graders to campus and did all things Christmas. Santa, characters, a train, a petting zoo, inflatables. But my favorite part was to see every senior paired with a kindergarten through third grader walking around, coloring, holding hands, taking them to Santa. It was absolutely beautiful. At the end of the day, we had our 1,100 students in the stands and the 300 little kids on the floor with their seniors, and the kids were called up bus by bus to leave. And one little girl was lined up getting ready to walk out that door, and she started crying and ran back, and we didn't know who she was gonna run back to. She ran back to the biggest senior boy and gave him a hug like she just didn't wanna leave him. It was absolutely zeal in action. Something else that happened last year for the first time were our live Stations of the Cross in our courtyard. Again, 1,170 students watching the live stations. It was one of my favorite days in 20 years at Cathedral High School. It was a great collaboration between our campus ministry and our theater department. So again, we don't just talk about our core values, we live them out. If you hear the word Lucky Charms, many of you think of cereal, but after tonight, you're gonna think of our middle school show choir program. Miss Jordan Fox and Miss Barrian Bender, who run our show choir, are absolutely amazing, which you'll see tonight in action. They started a middle school program, and you want to talk about little kids who are excited about show choir. These kids come to our camps, they present with our show choir, and I think ultimately they are now headed to Cathedral. So thank you, Mrs. Fox and Mrs. Bender, for Lucky Charms. Recognition. We're sitting in a gym where we're seeing a lot of state championships of banners of the 81 state championships we won at Cathedral. We get a lot of recognition, and we try to be humble. But some of the recognition we got last year, our speech and debate program, I know Jeannie Malone is here, is unbelievable. Hi, Jeannie, she's waving to me. We just found out last week that we're a part of the 100 Club. That's a very prestigious club from the National Speech and Debate Program based on points, kind of like the success factor in football. Jeannie is unbelievable with our speech and debate program. So congratulations, Jeannie, for being in the 100 Club. Yes. We also got a grant from the Department of Education for $250,000, we found out a couple months ago, based on academic gains. And again, at the end of 4 years, every student, we're very proud of this at Cathedral, gets admitted to a 4-year college. And we have a placement exam, not an entrance exam. So we take every student where they are. So we're very proud of that award from the Department of Education. The Hatchell Cup. Many of you heard about this and read about this. We've been talking about it, but we can't not talk about it again. I know several of our football coaches are here. Mr. Brownlow, congratulations tonight being inducted into the Hall of Fame. The Hatchell Cup, let me tell you guys what it is. Some of you know, you're getting ready to clap. One football program in the whole country. It's awarded by the National Football Foundation for being great at football, having high academics, and doing community service. Say it again, great football, great academics, and community service. It's the highest award you can get. Congratulations on the Hatchell Cup. If you've heard me speak before, you've also heard me talk about authentic learning. We can learn about things from a textbook or a worksheet, or we can actually do it. Johnny Mac's Coffee House is a great example of authentic learning. Our entrepreneurship class, our business class, our accounting class, our marketing class, they all work with Johnny Mac's Coffee House. It's open 5 days a week this year. Thank you, Kurt Freitag, for taking on that opportunity. But this year, thank you, football coaches, also thanking Kurt Freitag. We have a new partnership with Village of Marici. Village of Marici is an amazing organization that works with adults with special needs. We have 3 full-time people from Village of Marici that work in our Johnny Mac's Coffee House. Janine gives me a hug every day as she's walking down my hallway to go do the laundry for Johnny Mac's, and it's really the favorite part of my day. Another example of authentic learning is a podcast that we have, and you should definitely Google this, about our St. Andre Capstone project. Again, when we say authentic, many times what you're turning in is just going to your teacher, and you're going to do your best, but if you know it's going to an authentic audience, like a podcast that thousands of people might listen to, you're going to maybe learn at a higher level and do a better job. So any opportunity we have for authentic learning, we're going to add more of those. Next, I'm going to switch and talk some math, some AP scores with you. AP classes, for those of you who don't know, are classes where if you get a 3 or higher, you can earn college credit. We have 22 AP classes at Cathedral High School right now, and 14 dual credit classes where you can also earn college credit. We had a student last year that got a record number of college credits, went to Butler University. Her mother is in the room. She went in as a junior. Think about the cost savings of going in as a junior, and also then you're ahead of people for getting housing. You're ahead of people for getting parking. So it's unbelievable the opportunities that we have through AP and dual credit at Cathedral. What's interesting about the numbers on the screen is we also make every student take the AP test, and many schools don't do that. And that's intentional. We want our students to be prepared for college. So when they take that AP test, they're going to be prepared for the rigor of college. And again, to get the college credit, you need a 3. What's interesting about these numbers is over the last 3 years, our scores have tripled in the number of students taking the test. So you might think our scores might go down for the number of kids getting a 3 because we have 3 times the kids taking it. That's not happening. And that the scores have gone up because the amazing educators that are sitting in this room tonight. So we have amazing success with our AP scores. Staying on AP, we're going to talk about the AP Capstone. Again, to get this, 19 students last year in the class of 2023 got the AP Capstone diploma. The way you do that is by getting a 3 on AP Seminar and AP Research, 2 of our most rigorous classes here, plus a 3 or better on 4 other AP classes. These 19 students did that. So congratulations to these students and these families for earning the AP Capstone diploma. All right, for those of you in the room that remember David Letterman, he had a countdown, right? You guys raise your hand if you remember the top 10 countdown that David Letterman had. And we're going to do the top 10 for the class of 2023. Number 10, they were here for 10 months, and they did amazing things with those 10 months. And that's a life lesson. We talk to our kids all the time. Make the most of the opportunities you have. So this class definitely did that. Number 9, we had 9 students go to the University of Notre Dame. And you're going to hear me say this a lot tonight, more than any other high school in the United States. 9 students went to the University of Notre Dame. 8 students won medals at the annual music competition, the ISMA competition. There you go. There's the music people. Thank you. I think there was a proud winner right here, parent. We had 7 debutantes last year. That's an amazing scholarship program. Miss Regina Jones was just named Circle City Classic last week, Miss Circle City Classic last week. I can't really talk about that. That'll be on next year's speech, but I just want you guys to know. You guys probably saw that. So congratulations to the 7 debutantes. Again, 6 military appointments last year, 4 to West Point. When the representative came, he said it's never happened before that 4 students from one school in the same year got a military appointment to West Point. That is unbelievable. We had 5 nationally commended students based on their amazing SAT scores. We had 4 Evans Scholars. That is a full ride, tuition, room and board, books, everything. And this is if you're an amazing caddy, you have amazing grades and amazing character. We had 4. 3 will go to the Indiana University and 1 will go to Notre Dame. We had 3 national merit finalists Again, that's based on SAT scores. It's the highest award you can get, again, with every student in the country that took the SAT. I already mentioned this was the second class to finish with the AP diploma. We had 19 students get that honor. And it was the first class to complete our St. Andre project. Again, I told you guys to Google that podcast about the St. Andre project. Mr. Cole Hepp, Dayton graduate, Teacher of the Year last year, created the St. Andre project. I've had 3 students graduate from here, and I'm just gonna say honestly, when they had service hours, they were just checking them off. They were trying to get them done. It was from a list of things that you could choose from. That doesn't happen anymore. The St. Andre project is a capstone project that starts your sophomore year. You get to choose something that you're passionate about, and we tell every student when you're here, you're gonna use your gifts and talents to make our school, our community, and our world better, and the St. Andre projects give them the opportunity to do that. So this will be, last year was the first class that graduated going completely through the St. Andre project. So this class of 2023, last year, again, I said they took advantage of their 10 months here. They earned $58 million in scholarships. That is unbelievable. So number one, we had a lot of number ones. We had a debate state champion, back to the work of Jeannie Malone. We had show choir win a national championship. We had the Hatchell Cup that I already talked about. We had 1 student in the class of 2023 join the Catholic faith. And we had 1 Lilly Scholar that's a full scholarship, tuition, room, board, books to go to any college or university in the state of Indiana. So that is the class of 2023. And now I do have one more number one. And this person does not know it's coming. But this person has been at Cathedral for 22 plus years. And he has told us that he's going to retire. I don't think this person will ever really retire, but we're going to thank and recognize Mr. Dave Warland for his 22 years of service. Yes, please thank Mr. Warland. Yes, please stand. Thank you. And again, I don't think Dave will ever really go away, but he doesn't know this, that we're gonna have a year-long celebration for Dave, but when the class of 2024 in May, Dave, comes to their graduation ceremony, you will be honored with a cathedral, as a cathedral graduate, an honorary graduate of the class of 2024. So thank you very much, Dave. I tease all the time. I came back and we were under construction when I came back, so I thought, okay, Dave's getting out, and then 11 days after I came back, then we closed for COVID. So all the time I say, I know Dave was out on his deck with Janet drinking a beer, like, woo, I got out just in time. But he did serve for 22 years before that. So thank you, Dave. And any senior parents, I think Nicole maybe mentioned that it might be a Shamrock item, that if you want to have your graduation party with Mr. Warland, since he's going to be a graduate, that so that might be a Shamrock item this year, whatever it takes, you know, Nicole. So thank you very much. Again, it's easy to get up here and talk about it, all the great things that happen. It's because of the people. It's mainly because of the educators. That's who delivers the experience to the students, and that's what we're here for, is their experience. So our Holy Cross core values that you've heard about tonight, that's our common language. That's what drives us. And so I'd like you to sit back and enjoy a video that's our educators and our students telling you the importance of our Holy Cross core values to them. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. Go Irish.